Hello and welcome to the Quibber channel. I am Jason, your host. One of the hardest things to deal with is depression-based guilt. It's a real cruel sort of psychological torture. And the better you're doing, the more successful you are, the more things go your way, the worse the guilt gets. To put that in perspective, the only times when my depression-based guilt was even slightly silent was when Paola was in her last few weeks of life, and when I first took over this, looking after my mum's house, when all the stuff had been done and we lost all the stuff and everything, because it was almost like my brain says, yeah, you're being punished, things are working out. So it's something I have to really watch for, especially seeing as things are going well for me now. My disability has been approved for another 3 years. The doctor and everyone agrees. Even the person who I was expecting to basically, her job is basically to get people to, not really, but to, if at all possible, get people off PIP and that. And she was the one who suggested I should be on stuff for going outside. Even when people like that, even when I ring my bank and I explain the situation of money coming into my account this month and I'll be paying it straight back out for stuff that they're all like, yeah, that's completely reasonable, and that, oh, let me set you up and make sure you're set up with this part of our team who help autistic people. A couple of months ago, I was having a conversation with one of the better, most powerful LLMs, and that one specifically trained towards medical help and therapist help and all that kind of thing. And when you're talking to an AI and that AI is correlating, and you go through your entire history of all the things that have happened to you, all the things that you've faced, everything and that, and you can actively see the attitude of the AI changing and going, basically the AI is having a what the fuck moment about your situation. This kind of guilt-based depression is what kills people. Don't worry, I've got no suicidal thoughts. It's like when my doctor says to me, because they have to ask you that question, don't they? Have to go, have you thought about ending your life recently? And I say to him, yes, but let's put this in context. My wife would be very, very pissed off at me if I did. And even though sometimes I feel that the universe is just playing a game of whack-a-mole with me and smacking me down every time I rise up, I've got reasons to stay. I've got reasons to stick around. So when I tell my doctor that I've had end of life thoughts and that, they don't instantly start, okay, we've got to get a safety check on this person and start going down that route and that. Because he knows what I'm dealing with. He also knows how honest I am, and that if he asks the question, I'm going to answer it. And it's a very powerful negative force, guilt-based depression. I've used my mum's money to fix up this house and to buy myself some computers. My mum wouldn't have wanted that to be done. See, taken out of context, that gives my guilt-based depression a very, very powerful sledgehammer to hit me in the face with. But that isn't accepting when you walked into this house, it was a complete wreck. There was basically nothing left. There was things that made the house almost structurally unsound. And you chose to use what would of its essence be your inheritance that you would have got when your mum passed away. Instead, you chose to try and bring the house back to at least slightly close to something that, if my mum was cured today, which is pretty much impossible, but if she was cured today and she walked into the backyard, she wouldn't feel bad. Yeah, I just had to answer the door to pick up a parcel. Even receiving items to do with setting up the scooter and everything that I'll be using. Even receiving items, stuff like that, make me feel guilty. It's a horrible thing to have to fight this kind of stuff. Thankfully, I have lots of positive coping strategies. I have ways of dealing with it. I can go through all of the reasons why I had all this money, what happened. I can hit back with facts. The facts that in moving into this house, I lost over £70,000 worth of technology and disability equipment. £70,000 worth of technology and disability equipment I lost. In total. And it was people outside of myself who suggested that, to start with, you should use some of you're okay using some of the money. Because remember, back then, this same kind of depression and crap and my PTSD was telling me, nope, when your mum dies, then you can use the money. When your mum dies, then you can use the money. When your mum dies, then you can use the money. And it was destroying me. It was wrecking me. The trauma from moving into this house and what happened was crazy. I've never seen a situation like it for myself. And it wasn't expected. It totally blindsided me. So, I talk about this not because I'm special, but because I know a lot of people deal with this kind of thing, because it's oh my God, it's almost like a feedback loop. What do I mean by that? Okay, so your life's going good. You're having good things happen to you. But your depression says, why aren't you smiling enough? You don't appreciate what you're having. Look at everybody around you. Why can't you engage? Why can't you think? Which is the very depression is stopping you from engage. It's making you disassociate. It's making you the more nice things, you're more guilty because you can't feel the happiness, you can't feel the gratefulness of it and all. And so this causes depression to get worse. The depression gets worse. You blame yourself more. The depression gets worse. You blame yourself more. Your depression gets worse. Blame yourself more, and so on and so forth. This is why never try to deal with depression alone. It's not something you can shake off. It's not something you need help. Everybody needs help with that kind of thing. I am very, very lucky. I had a good team of people trying to help me. And even though the stuff they were trying to do at the start didn't work for me, it does work for some people. And we finally found something that works for me. All of this here. Every time I see that arcade machine right behind me there, a little twinge of guilt goes off in my mind. How can you have an arcade machine when people are dying around the world? How can you have an arcade machine when people are working and losing their houses? How can you have an arcade machine? And all this. But you can't let it win. And the whole point of this kind of video is that you're not alone. Give me a sec. You're not alone. The crazy thing about it is sometimes I'm able to twist and turn the depression guilt to actually be something I can use. And what do I mean like that? Well, we know that after fixing everything up and doing it, there's still jobs in this house that need doing. There is still coffee stains or shit stains or something on the ceiling right there. There is still carpets that need to replacing, and there is still radiators that need to be replacing. But those times when my brain says to me, oh look at that carpet, look at that bad carpet, my brain can say, okay, yeah, maybe I don't deserve to have a carpet, a new carpet. I can deflect it. Because I know these little things don't matter. The eaves underneath the roof had to be fixed. The security of the house had to be done. The new fences had to be done. Getting rid of all the industrial waste had to be done. The replacement of the heating system, combi boiler and that, had to be done because it was a life-threatening situation. The electrics for the house had to be fixed because that was a life-threatening situation. But no, having a ceiling that's got stains on it, or a carpet that's almost worn threadbare in certain places, that's okay. I can handle that. It's, how can I put it? Everybody's unique. What I face, you won't, and what you face, I won't. But know this, that you do deserve to be happy. You do deserve a reason to smile. You don't deserve all the shit that happens. And when good things happen to you, yay, that's supposed to happen. Your life isn't supposed to be complete shit. Oh. Right. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Yeah. But like I say, the reason I talk about the dark shit like this is so that you know that you're not alone, that when you feel these things, when things are hitting you like this, that you do not isolate yourself, that you do not agree with the fucking little voice in your head that says that maybe the world would be better off without you, because it wouldn't. This is Jason for the Quiver channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day.